Gentlemen, it's Wednesday, June 25th, 2025. My name is Nick Parsons. This is the Betting Memo. This show gets you up to date with everything going on over at Sports Memo. On today's show, we're going to have the Gold Sheet free play. We're going to have a featured capper who has a featured free play. And then we will also have my Parsons best bet, an actual client play that I post over at Sports Memo. Last night, we had the fever in WNBA action. Before I get to any of those things, guys, I want to tell you about Wednesday's featured package, which comes from Steve Seagrave. Steve is 9-3 with his last 12 Major League Baseball picks, and he has a big 5% major wager going on Wednesday night. And guys, you can pick up this play for just $5 on Wednesday. It's $5 Wednesdays throughout the summer over at Sports Memo. And so I'll touch on that special a little later here in the show. But either way, Steve Seagrave's 5% MLB major wager for just $5 is our featured package for Wednesday, June 25th, guys. Okay, guys, let's get right into the Gold Sheet free play for today on Wednesday. The Gold Sheet, they've been around since the late 1950s. They provide picks on both Wager Talk and at Sports Memo, and they will be providing a Gold Sheet free play on each show. And so let's just get into the Gold Sheets Wednesday's free play. And the Gold Sheets MLB prop of the day is on Tigers second baseman Gleyber Torres over 1.5 runs plus hits plus RBI, which is available at -145 at DraftKings on Wednesday morning. The Gold Sheet goes on to say that Torres, he's hitting .328 with a .432 on-base percentage against left-handed pitching this season, which is what he will see against Jacob Lopez here today. And then they finish by saying, predominantly a singles hitter, Torres has taken advantage of the large outfields in Detroit by hitting .319 with a .410 on-base percentage at home this season. Remember, you can access the free MLB stat sheet under the download section at wt.buzz/TGS, and then just come back each morning for updated MLB betting info. And so I mentioned $5 Wednesdays. That is today, guys, but there are a few other summer specials going on over at Sports Memo that you should know about. The most popular one is definitely Flex Picks, and here's how that works. So guys, it's a 7 days Flex Pass. That's what Sports Memo has right now for just $69. And so Flex Picks, it gives you the ultimate flexibility to access the daily picks you want from the experts that you trust. And so what you do is you choose your handicapper, you select the expert whose plays you want for that day, and then you get full access for the day. You get all the selections from your chosen expert for that day. And so what you can do is you can plan ahead or go day by day. So you log in daily to make your pick or schedule your selections up to a week in advance. And so you can also change your mind at any time. So you can switch your selected expert right up until the plays are released. And then you can skip days also at your convenience. So you use your Flex Picks on your own schedule. You skip any day you like. So a 30-day Flex Picks package, it does not have to be used on 30 consecutive days. It's the most flexible and affordable way to stay ahead with expert betting advice. And so, yes, today is $5 Wednesdays, guys, and this will be a special running throughout the summer. Every capper will release one $5 pick on Wednesday. That includes 5% top plays. And so it's a great opportunity to grab a bunch of different plays from a variety of different handicappers. And then also, guys, Fridays, we have 50% off Fridays, which is very similar to the $5 Wednesday. Every capper will have a 50% off package on Fridays. All right, guys, so last night I had a play on the Indiana Fever. They were getting 3 points on the road in Seattle, and Caitlin Clark and company, they went in there and they won outright. And so I went 2-0 overall with my WNBA picks last night. I'm now leading Sports Memo over the last 30 days with my WNBA picks. I'm 10-4 over that time. We can touch on the leaderboards here momentarily. And for Wednesday, I'm back on the WNBA hardwood once again. And the game I'm looking at, it sees the New York Liberty traveling to take on the Golden State Valkyries. This contest does become my Wednesday's Parsons best bet. And so, guys, I like New York to bounce back here and to buckle down and to get the job done on the road on Wednesday night. The Liberty, they're now 10-3 after back-to-back losses. In fact, Brianna Stewart and company have now dropped 3 of their last 4. But a date versus the 7-6 Golden State Valkyries is just what the doctor ordered, in my opinion. Golden State has a balanced team led by Kayla Thornton, who averages 15.2 points per game. Now, these teams did play in New York back in late May, and the Liberty pulled away for the 82-77 win, but they were unable to cover the massive 14.5-point spread. Stewart was pretty much unstoppable, though. She finished with 27 points, while Sabrina Ionescu added 24 points. Golden State was led by 18 points from Janelle Salon in a losing cause. Now, the Valkyries, they have been money in the bank for bettors early on. They're 9-4 against the spread, but with a much more winnable game at home against 3-10 Chicago on Thursday night, I think Golden State is primed for a letdown look ahead here. New York, though, it's hungry to snap the short-term poor play. I say that this is a great spot to get that done. And so I'm anticipating that the better team will not only win this game, but it's going to do so in blowout fashion. So my official Parsons best bet for Wednesday, June 25th is on the New York Liberty minus 7.5 in Golden State. The main purpose of the betting memo is to bring you guys winning picks. But to do that, I'm going to need you to smash the like button, to leave some comments, whether you agree or disagree. That really helps out with the algorithm. Also, hit the bell icon. Every time we go live or put out some content, you guys can take immediate advantage. All of those things are really simple to do. They really do help us out, though, and they do allow us to continue to put out this content for you guys. So we have a bunch of different sports going on Wednesday, but one capper stands out from all the rest. Dan Kaiser, he's Wednesday's featured capper. And so, yeah, Dan Kaiser is Wednesday's featured capper, and Dan comes into Wednesday riding a 20-9 Major League Baseball run as he's enjoying another great overall MLB campaign here in 2025. And so Dan does indeed also have a big 5% play going for just $5 on Wednesday here, guys. It's his best bet total at the ballpark. Head on over to Sports Memo to check out all of the $5 packages here on Wednesday throughout the summer, but also to check out Dan Kaiser. He's our featured capper for Wednesday, June 25th. And Dan will be also supplying today's featured free play. And Dan is suggesting a play on the St. Louis Cardinals plus 120 at home to the Cubs. And he goes on to say that poor starting pitching was the downfall once again for the Cubs in Game 2 against St. Louis. Jameson had another poor performance, allowing 8 runs in just 4 innings. Matthew Boyd gets the start for the Cubs. He is 6-3 with a 2.84 ERA and a 1.14 WHIP. The Cubs have lost 3 of Boyd's last 5 starts, though. And on the road, Boyd is 0-3 with a 3.22 ERA in 8 starts. Eric Fed gets the start for the Cards today. He's 3-6 with a 3.5 ERA this year. And he's 0-1 with an ERA of 6.23 with 26 Ks and 4 appearances against the Cubs in his career. Boyd is looking for his first road win of the season, and the Cubs have lost 3 of their last 5 starts. The Cardinals, though, have won 5 of their last 6. And so the bottom line for Dan Kaiser for this pick, guys, he finishes by saying, the Cards have had the Cubs number this series, and I don't trust Boyd. So to quickly recap, my official Parsons best bet client play is on the New York Liberty minus the points. I have minus 7.5. The Gold Sheets prop is on the Tigers second baseman, Gleyber Torres, over 1.5 runs plus hits plus RBI. And our official featured free play from Dan Kaiser is on the St. Louis Cardinals plus 120 at home to Detroit. The handicappers that I just mentioned are not the only hot handicappers over at Sports Memo, though, guys. Let's quickly get caught up on the leaderboards. Tom Macrina is 11-2 over the last 7 days, but it's Rob Vincelletti that leads the site over the last 30 days in all sports with a 67-45 record. Sniper West is 5-1 over the last 3 days at the ballpark. Tom Macrina is 6-1 over the last 7 days, but it's Mark David that leads Sports Memo over the last 30 days with a 29-17 MLB record. The WNBA, it's been a lot of fun this year. I'm coming off the 2-0 sweep on Tuesday. I gave out the Fever in their outright win last night in Seattle, and I'm leading the site over the last 30 days with a 10-4 record in the WNBA. The CFL has been unbelievably competitive over the first 3 weeks as well. On tomorrow's show, I'm going to have a CFL pick. I'm 5-3 so far this season, but it's Rob Vincelletti that leads over the first 3 weeks with a perfect 7-0 record. And finally, guys, the soccer board, it will get extremely competitive as well here very shortly, but it's the Insiders Room that leads over the last 30 days on the pitch. Gentlemen, if you thought I was done giving you free picks, well, you're wrong. This is the rapid fire free picks section, and these are just all of the free picks currently posted over at Sports Memo. So let's just get right into it here. So LC Sports has a play on the under 9 in the Rays and the Royals. Tim Michael, he has a play on the Detroit Tigers at home minus 158 against the Athletics. The Insiders Room is saying lay the price on the road with the Grom and the Rangers at the Orioles. I personally have an additional free play up on the Rays Royals under 9 as well. Billy Coleman, he says take the under 161 in the Liberty and Valkyries game. And Steve Seagrave, our featured package, he has a WNBA player prop with extensive analysis. And Steve says take Jewel Lloyd over 18.5 points plus rebounds plus assists at -102. Rob Vincelletti has a play on the Rangers -1.5 runs against the Orioles. And finally, guys, Sniper West, he has a free play on the over 8 in the Blue Jays and the Guardians. All right, more client picks, more free plays, the Gold Sheet free play, another featured capper, and of course, my Parsons best bet. That's going to come in the CFL, and it's going to test my 5-3 start, guys. Before you leave, though, leave a comment, whether you agree or disagree. Make sure to smash the like button, hit the bell icon. All of those things really do help. Good luck with the WNBA tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.